because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you, and doing the work that I expect them to do. I also direct Radio Biafra, not through any power which I possess or any extraordinary knowledge, but by your grace, O Lord. By your grace, we honor you and we adore you. I know that some people listening, including the British, may not understand what we are doing. But there is nobody in Britain that answers Nwachukwu, the child of heaven. We do. Therefore, when we worship our Father, people should not try to be jealous. They should not feign ignorance or misunderstanding, because we are ancient people. We have been doing this for over 5,000 years and will continue to do so until the end of time.
What you need to know. Freedom is guaranteed. Let me tell you what you need to know. You must be free. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 oh, oh. Hey, 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 oh. Are you going to marry? Freedom, freedom, oh, freedom, freedom, freedom. I keep on getting married. None kind of freedom. I keep on getting married. I keep on getting married. Yeah, France freedom. Hey, I keep on getting married. I love the scream, better green. Tell the kids to the enemies. They call me evil and Hebrew. Say they say we will never give up. We made a creed that we wanna go. Tell the world that I got it straight. Hey, I ain't gonna get married. Hey, I ain't gonna get married.
Indigenous. Righteous.
We are, and of course we are live here in Johannesburg, the city of gold. And of course from Johannesburg we are reaching you wherever you are. Ebenile or Wasotoro, it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are hearing the sound of my voice and you are a Biafran, you have the blood of Biafran running through your vein, or you are a lover of freedom. You are welcome to this auspicious breakfast show of this morning. My name is Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha, and of course I am your host this morning. Onurube, they call me. I'm out here to serve the people, the greatest of them all, the great people on this planet they call Earth. I'm talking about the people of Biafra, and I take joy in doing just that. Alright, I welcome you back once again because we are here to worship Elohim. We are here to worship Chukwu Kikabiama. Of course, Olu is calm and quiet this morning. Of course, we got an intelligence that they have retrieved. I'm talking about the army of damnation, the army of zoological republic of animals. They have retreated, and because of that, our supreme leader also have asked our men to stand down. He have asked our ESN men to stand down. All right, and of course to remain watchful at the same time. All right, this morning, what am I talking about this morning? This morning we have a quiz as well, and our quiz this morning is very simple. It's very easy. It is very simple. It is very easy, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet so that you don't go and begin to dig and search. I want it to be a surprise for you. But before we go to our quiz this morning, because we are giving away some money, you know how we do. We are giving away some money, but not cash. We are giving you a recharge voucher, of course, which you can use to buy some data for your phone in order to listen to Radio Biafra and also to come up on Facebook and social medias to do your work as a freedom fighter. So if you got what it takes, if you got the brain this morning, I want you to ring me up when our lines are open and tell me the answers to the question I'm gonna ask this morning. All right, I want to say just one thing, and then of course I will focus, because this morning we want to talk about power mic. Power mic. You know, every day we pick up a name and we explain to you, talk about the individual, tell you their history, tell you who they are, because it's part of our history. It's part of whom we are. It is one of those history that was hidden away from us as Biafrans. We never learned about them in school. We never, understand our people and what they have done and how they have contributing, to enhance and to develop our history as a people. So this morning I'm talking about Michael Opala, known as Power Mike 77. My goodness me. All right, so we will be focusing this morning on Power Mike. But before I go to that, I want to talk about something, and this is one word, or rather something I love talking about all the time, and it doesn't matter how long it takes before it sinks into our people. I'm going to keep on talking about this, because who I am today and what I have become today couldn't have been possible if it was not Elohim. But then again, it couldn't have been possible if it was not a man. It couldn't have been possible if it was not a man. You see, God don't just jump down from heaven to help you as an individual. God uses another man to help you. That is how God operates, because we cannot see God. God is a spirit. So if he want to do something for you, if he want to help you, he will put it in the heart of another man. It doesn't matter who the person is. It might be from unlikely source, but the bottom line is something will happen. I like using myself as a case study all the time, because if I don't use myself, you will not understand me. And if I don't use myself, you probably will not understand why I am saying what I am saying, or you will not understand where my argument is coming from. But I'm using myself as a case study because it is an experience. It is a lifetime of experience. And of course, if God willing, and by the grace of God, God sparing me, I'm going to write a book about me. And trust me, when you read my book, your life will never remain the same, because I've gone through a lot. I've gone through storms. I've gone through tempests. But I'm still standing here because there is God in heaven. Now, why am I talking about this, or what am I trying to say? This is my opening statement, in case you don't know. It is my opening statement this morning. Every day I come here, I play this song. Let me play it just 1 second. It is when your brother is dead that you are going to help him. Is it when your brother is dead that you are going to help to bring money for his coffin, to buy the expensive coffin to ensure that he gets a befitting burial? Is it what you are all about? Now, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after the formation of IPOB, gave us a slogan, and that slogan is called Onurube. And here and there, every time we see each other on our family meetings, we go like, Onurube, Onurube. I mean, that has become our names these days, and that has become how we identify each other. Onurube, Onurube, that's what we say to each other. But have you ever sat down and paused and think about why Onurube? Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brought the word Onurube? Is it just for fun? I cannot bear to be listening to this word Onurube, yet we are not living up to the expectation. We are not living up to that name. There's a reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brought the name Onurube into the IPOB formation, into the IPOB foundation, into the core existence of our living. Because Onurube is our origin. Onurube is who we are as a people. Onurube is where we come from. Most of us grew up in the village. You will be at your home. I'm talking about 10 p.m. in the night, 10 p.m. in the night, there will be a knock on your door. Bah, 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 bah. Your grandmother or your mother or your father will rush to the door and open the door. And behold, there was a neighbor standing there. Do you know what they are asking for? They want salt. They want oil. Crayfish. This is your neighbor. And without any question, without any hesitation, maybe the salt that is left in your home is the last that you people have. But your mother will go and take that salt and give to the neighbor. And after giving the neighbor the salt in the morning, your mother will ask you, go and get me salt. And you go, there is no salt. You say, but there is no salt here. Ma, you gave it to that woman last night. That is Onurube. That is our foundation. That is who we are. Why am I talking about this? I will never stop talking about this. I will never, because if this is not necessary, if this is not meaningful, there is no reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring Onurube into the existence of IPOB. Onurube is unity. Onurube binds us together. You see your brother crying. Our people are suffering every day wherever they are. And there are most of us that are privileged. There are most of us that are blessed. And the reason why we are blessed is so that we can help those who are less privileged. The reason why you are blessed is to take care of your brothers. Do you understand why our people take up people for apprenticeship? You will be in the village wearing nika. Now, here you busy killing bushmeat. And somebody will come from Lagos, from Onitsha, and take you from the village to the township to make you somebody. And tomorrow he will say to you, you become another rich man. And when you become that rich man, you forgot how you were taken to the township. Somebody came to the village and picked you up and made you who you are. And when you become that person, you forgot your origin. You have an obligation. You have a responsibility that when you become somebody, you go back to the same village or anywhere and pick up another person and turn them into a millionaire. That is how it's supposed to be. That is Onurube. We are the only people on this planet they call Earth that practice apprenticeship the way we do. We are the only people. You just go to the village. Okay, let's go to Arochukwu, or let's go to Onuoha, let's go to Enugu. I know this family. And then you go there, they will see this boy tattered with a trouser that is torn from the back, with his catapults. And the father will say, go and bath. He will take a plastic bag and pack your few clothes to Onitsha, to Enugu, to Lagos. And you will be there 5 years, 7 years. After, they will settle you. You will start your own business. 2, 3, 4 years, you become a man. You become rich. You become a millionaire. And when you do, you forgot your history. You forgot how you were made. That is the worst sin you can commit in life. For not caring for those you are better than. And I'm saying this morning without any apology. If God has blessed you and you don't see the need of blessing others, those who are lower, those who are you are better off, trust me, you will not last being a rich man. Write it down, I tell you. You are going to end up miserably because you are a waste. There is no need why God shall sustain your riches. There is no reason why. You are a waste. He'd rather take it away from you and give it to somebody with a caring heart. Those who will remember the poor. Those who will remember those they are better off. Those who, you know, the worst part of it is this. When you become rich, you forget that guy you are within the village. You know that time, there are boys, you are growing up with. But you are fortunate, you are privileged. Then they take you to town, you become rich. And then that guy, that's your best friend in the village, he will take a bus and come to town and say, nah, hey, we thank God for your life. Oh. Look at me now. Look at my situation. How if you help me? You will take 10,000 naira and give to him and say, you know what? It is well, I've heard you. Go back to the village. I'm coming back next weekend and then I will talk. And that is the end of it. He will not hear from you again. He will not see you. How are you going to continue to prosper? Blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that taketh. Unless you don't have. But the givers never lack. Onurube one nabaloso. Now, let me tell you about me a bit, and then of course we will turn to something else. You know, they say Radio Biafra is the greatest university of them all. Radio Biafra is where we come, we learn from each other. I don't know better than you, but there is something I know you don't know. And there are things you know also that I don't know. That is why when we come here, we open our lines. People call in and share knowledge and share wisdom. I learn and I add to the ones I know, then I become the greatest. That is what Radio Biafra is all about. A university like none other. I'm here to speak for the voiceless. My name is Ikechukwu, Power of God. My surname is Onuoha. I speak for the people. I speak for the people. Here in South Africa, they ask me, what's the meaning of your surname? I say to them, it means a lawyer, an attorney. And coincidentally, I'm also becoming a lawyer. So everything goes equally well. So let me tell you a bit about me. Why I always talk about this thing of helping each other. Why I always believe so much in it. Trust me, if I have not helped people, I will not be on air here to talk about it. I've helped people. I'm talking about help people here in South Africa. I've given people money. I'm talking about real money. God is my witness. What they do to me later or how they repay me back is immaterial. Because when you help people, don't expect, them to remember you or help you back. If you're that type of a person, then you have problem, you have issue. Because people will not respond. They will not reciprocate your help. No, somebody you help today will not come back tomorrow and say, hey, this guy is my boss, so he helped me. Some will forget, some will remember. But it's none of your business. It doesn't concern you. Just do the help and leave them. You have done it because you are doing it for God. So I came to South Africa. That was long ago. I came to this country in 1998. I want you to listen to me, people, and I want you to hear me clearly. How people have impacted my life and how I will not stop helping if I can, and how you must join me and begin to help us, especially in this family we call Ipob. Onurube one nabaloso. Ipob is not a formation where we come, we begin to make enemies. Ipob is not a formation where we come, we begin to create cabals. Ipob is not a formation where we come in, we begin to look. No. We are not here for fault finders. We are here to love one another. We are here to correct each other, but with love. There are people who don't know how to talk. When they want to correct you, the way they will correct you, you don't know if you will take that correction or not. When you do correction, you correct with love. Now let me tell you about me briefly. My life has been a testimony. My life has been history. People who know me, they look at me, they say, wow, that's just my life. So when you want to quantify my life, use the word wow. That's how my life has been. And I'm still going. I am still a story in the making. Because when I am done, when my story is done, finished, when my story is done writing, the whole world will hear about Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. Write it down. I told you so today, being the 28th of January, 2021. So I came to this country in 1998. That's a long time. When I came here, of course, I had a mindset. I know what I wanted to do. But the problem is I don't know how to get there. I don't know whom to take me there. When I was coming to South Africa, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't know who, I'm going to. So when I got here, the people who, brought me here, of course, you know how it is when you want to travel. There are people who want to take you there and blah, blah, blah. So when I got here, I owed them money. I owed them $100. And they said to me, if you don't pay us that $100, we are not going to leave you. We are going to hold your passport until you are able to pay that $100. So I stayed with them. This is real facts, real talk. I stayed with them for almost 2 weeks. And I was eating, they were feeding me. At a point, they said to themselves, but you are wasting our food, you are eating our food. And you don't know anybody in this country, so why must we continue to keep you? Blah, 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 blah. So what they did was in the morning, they take me around, going around to look for people from our area, to see if I can remember anybody. Remember, I was born in Onitsha. I was not born in the village, so I don't know much about a lot of our people, So they brought me to a hotel. They called one guy. And they said to him, this guy is from your place. Do you know him? The guy was looking at me. He he couldn't remember, you know. And then he asked me, who's your father? I told him my father's name, you know. And then he said, no, I know your father, this and that. This guy said, okay, wait, guys, I'm coming. He went inside. He brought $100 right in front of me. He gave to them. They released me. They released my passport, and he took me in. Do you hear that? That was somebody. God couldn't have come down from heaven and do that for me, but he has to use somebody. And the person did it. That is number one. Then I continue my life. And then, South Africa is not a place you come, you get a job. No. As long as you're a foreigner, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't matter how educated you are, unless you're a doctor or maybe you're a professor in the university. These are the people who are opportune to get a job here. But if you are not all those things, then of course, forget it. Forget it. So I came to South Africa, of course. I don't have any qualification. I didn't even finish secondary school. I was at my class 1 before I dropped out. So I came here to South Africa without any qualification. And then, of course, when I get here, they give me the refugee paper. And with that refugee paper we use here, they call it Aduro, and we are still using it here. Some people, of course, have gone past that level. So people are still using it right now. And with that paper, forget it. You don't even approach any office to say, I'm looking for a job. They will ask you, do you have an ID? And to get an ID card here in South Africa is a mission. It doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come easy. You must have known how long you have stayed, and you must have known how far for you to get it. So I was with this, refugee paper. So I had to join a security company. But before I joined the security company, now, while I'm telling you all these things, I know where I'm going with it. And at the end of the day, you will understand what I mean. Because if you want to advise people, you must use yourself. You must use your life as a case study. So people can understand that whatever you are talking about is out of experience. And why I deem it fit that it is my responsibility to help people if I can. And you must, especially in IPOB. It is called one family. It is called Onurube. You must practice it because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did not inject Onurube in the formation, in the setup of IPOB for fun. There is a reason. He is training us as we are going into Biafra, so that when Biafra comes, we will be known as people who practice Onurube, people who love one another, people who know how to help our type. So I joined the security guard. So when I joined the security guard and they sent me to a company. Now where they sent me, it was Vodacom. People have heard me talk about me having worked for Vodacom for 11 years. Now this is how it happened. I was sent to Vodacom actually as a security guard. I was there at the gate. I opened the gate for everybody. They come, hello, hi. I opened the gates. I was a gate man. Let me just break it down. Now gate man, now they do. Now gate man, now I be for Vodacom, their head office. So I was opening gates up and down for people. And now God remembered me and gave me the connection. Now the CEO of the company, I'm talking about the CEO of Vodacom South Africa. He's a great man. I'm talking about one of the biggest men you can talk about in the whole world, and the whole world will hear his name. He's the one who invented prepaid SIM card. You know prepaid SIM card, the card you put in your phone? He invented SIM card. It was invented in South Africa because Vodacom was the first cellular network in Africa, and it was the first company to use prepaid SIM card. Allen Not Craig, that was his name. He invented SIM card. So when he comes to work, being a Biafran that I am, we know how to serve people. I will go to him gently, help him carry his suitcase, take it to his office. I was practicing this. So as I was doing this, then my spirit told me you need to study in order to better your life. Of course, I studied. And then I did my VIP close protection, that is called bodyguarding qualification. When I was done with my bodyguard qualification, it's amazing. While I was away doing my course, the CEO came. There was nobody now helping him to lift his bag and all the stuff. He asked, where is that boy who normally helped me to carry my bag? The PA told him that he went to study. He said, what is he studying? He said he's studying bodyguard. He nodded his head and said, when he comes back, tell him I want to see him. So when I come back from the studies, it was a very short course of 3 months. I came with my certificate. The secretary told me what was happening. The CEO was looking for me. me, I got afraid, because who am I to go into that man's office? I never dreamt it. If somebody told me in prophecy, I would say, you're a false prophet. I gave her my certificate. She led me into the office of this man. I was shaking, I was shivering. He looked at me and he asked me for the certificate. I gave it to him. After looking at it, he nodded his head and said, you know what? I think I can use you as my bodyguard. It was like a dream. He's a white man, and this is South Africa. It's a racist country. Now, black people here don't like us. How much more a white man, me, a black foreigner, to be a bodyguard to a white CEO? My goodness me. It was like a dream, and this happened in 1st of August 1999. Now, another man has helped me. Now, this is a man who is not my color. This is a man in a country where there is racism. I don't have a qualification. I don't have an ID book as well. I use a refugee paper, remember. But I was employed directly by this man. I became his personal bodyguard. They took me, bought me suit and everything. I worked for him 2 years, and from there, I began to grow in the company until I finished my degree in forensic investigation. They moved me into the forensic department where I become a forensic investigator. Now, do you understand? You cannot be anybody in life without somebody. Somebody have to make you. Somebody have to make you. This is why I was so popular. I was so known in South Africa, because people were saying, nobody have ever in this country achieved what you have achieved. The fact that you used a refugee paper to get such a high profile job, the fact that you as a black South African become a bodyguard of a white man. I was the first in this country. It never happened. People were skeptical. They said, do you know what you are doing? Hiring a foreigner to be your bodyguard. He's black. So I don't know why I'm telling you this thing, but I tell you about me now and then so that we can learn in life that you are nobody if somebody did not play a role in your life. If you look back where you are seated now, how you get where you are, there might be one or two persons who have played a role in your life. And all I'm saying this morning is reciprocate. Do the same to your brothers. Do the same to the same people you are better off. Do the same to the same people in this noble and wonderful family, the greatest of them all, the greatest family ever, IPOB, one family, Onurube Wanne Abaloso. That is all I want to say this morning, and that is my opening statement.
Face Reality Records.
You see, Baba Africa is a
Oh, you see?
How are you feeling?
Oh my gosh, I want to know. Hot city.
Come on, come on, man.
Yo, how far? If I go the money, memo transfer. I only lay your give real chap. Neke one nigga sagari kabasta. If busy but I'm no money panda. If I'm gonna lick it up, put money spender. I'm again no village, at a sack and open. I can't chew a message chibe go no nana. One kete, if I got them up, Apollo Hebus of a motor neighbors, they run apart. Apollo Hebus of Bobos on neighbors, they run this in me, no matter how fast you run. I got me puro to so put your up in Ipob, you're a mondo, not one of banana road. One car cell phone.
One day you will go yaka. One day you will go yaka. One day you will go yaka. One day you will go yaka.
welcome back. Of course, it is to Radio Biafra SADEC. We are the people of the East. All right. Before I go to our spotlight this morning on history, because it is still History Month here on People of the East. We are talking history. But Mali said, if you know your history, you will know where you are coming from, and it will help you to think ahead. If you don't know your history, then you are lost. All right. Now, my question is very simple. Sometime in 2017, I beg your pardon, and that is when I came up on air the first time as a broadcaster under Radio Biafra, motherland, South Africa. I had a friend, I had a sister, I had a confidant. She was more than my own blood sister. She was just everything to me. I'm talking about no other than our sister, late Waka Waka Chimobi Ada Biafra. She was everything to me. I loved her to bits. I've never seen a tireless person like her. I've never seen somebody, the way she walked. How she gets her data, because she was my correspondent from Biafra land. How she gets her data to do her job, I don't know. I've never for one day sent her 1 cent to say buy data for your work. She used her money. She travel around the country. She goes to everywhere. She brings me footage. She brings me, coverage. The landmark, the landstone was during our leader's release. During those days, our leader was going to court. She's always there bringing me news live and direct, and even when our leader was released, she was there. She calls me Wokoma. I will never forget you at the Biafra, and wherever you are, may your soul, I don't say rest in peace to a freedom fighter. No, I don't. What I say to a freedom fighter is just fight on. You cannot rest in peace, because that thing you fought for, that thing you were fighting before you depart, has not yet been achieved, and that is Biafra. You will only rest in peace at that Biafra when Biafra is restored, and you are going to be done proud by Biafra. So what I'm asking this morning is very simple. When did this my noble and gallant heroine of Biafra, Ada Biafra Waka Waka, when did she pass away? Do you know the date she passed away? If you know the date she passed away, the date and the month she passed away, I need to know. And when was she buried? The date and the month she was buried. I want to know. When did Ada Biafra Waka Waka passed away? A very simple question. You should know that. And when was she buried? I'm doing this because I just want to honor her memory. Next month being February, no, not next month. When was it again? I have to check it up, I have to check it up before I say, so I can be, accurate. So what I'm saying this morning is this: when did she pass away, and when was she buried? Ada Biafra Waka Waka, the greatest of them all in Biafra journalism. Her record has not been beaten ever since her passing. Her record has never been beaten. Nobody has been a great journalist than this lady. She was shot in the leg. She received a bullet doing her job. Not even Christiana Amanpour of CNN can compete with Ada Biafra. Not even with Christiana Amanpour. She took a bullet, and she continued after that bullet shot. And she was still doing her job till her passing away. She died in active service. So if you know when Ada passed away and when she was buried, I'm going to open our line shortly, and please, you call me and you tell me, and we will give you that prize. I love her, and I will love her forever. All right, let's go now and talk about Power Mike. Yes, I want us to talk about Power Mike. He is one of the legend of Biafra. He is one of our history. And we want to talk about Power Mike this morning, so that we can understand, so that we can get to know. Because most of our youth don't know who Power Mike is. Only those who knows. But it's our job here to educate you. It is our job here, of course, to open our eyes to this, because these things are our history. And our children's, of course, will continue to ask questions about all those things. You know, they will ask you now and then, who is this person, who is that person? And you as a parent, you as an elderly person, it is your job to educate them and tell them who is who. All right, so who is on the spotlight this morning? He is none other. They call him Power Mike. He is a greatest of them all. Power Mike, Greek in easy. My goodness me. All right, let's go now and talk about this great legend of Biafra. He is Power Mike. Let's see what history has to talk about this legend of us. All right. Power Mike was born as Michael Opala on the 8th of August 1939 to H.O.B. and Janet Opala. They are from Neni in Anocha local government area of Anambra State in the eastern part of Nigeria. He was born the firstborn of a family of 3. When he reached elementary school age, he was enrolled into the Anglican primary school or at Adazienu, a neighboring town to Neni. It was at this primary school that he started building his athletic career by being active in sporting events. He was so interested in boxing that he became an amateur boxer. My goodness me. I never knew Paul Mike was also a boxer. Can you believe this? All right, we must continue. After finishing primary school in 1952, he left his village for Onitsha, in order to learn how to organize and run a trade business at Onitsha. He joined the Dick Tiger Boxing Club as a middleweight amateur boxer. It was here that Dick Tiger became his role model. Can you believe this? Dick Tiger was a role model of Power Mike. On leaving Onitsha, he left for Kanu to specialize in the business of buying and selling tires during an apprenticeship as a motto. You see what I told you about apprenticeship? Power Mike also went into apprenticeship. Power Mike couldn't have been who he is today if somebody did not meet Power Mike. Unbelievable. During an apprenticeship as a motor mechanic, he realized his dream. This realization sparked his rebirth and he acquired a new name, Power Mike Naneni. I love this guy. While in Kano in northern Nigeria, he started a Superman show business which made him popular locally. His imaginative exhibition in Kano virtually cast a spell on people from various social backgrounds because they were yearning to see him perform. Showmanship, that's the name of his business, took him around the world. In the mid-1950s, his act included such feats as using his bare hands to bend a 6-inch nail, lifting 4 heavy men with ease, engaging several men in a game of tug-of-war, using bare hands to break a coconut, and so on. In 1961, he started a nationwide tour which took him to Onitsha, Enugu, Aba, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Jos, and Kaduna. In 1964, Power Mike went to Ghana, and his performance there was a tremendous success. He later toured Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, before he found his way into Europe. You see, he started from somewhere, and he ended up in Europe in 1967. Accompanied by his friend Engineer Onyeso, the Igwe of Uri, he got a 1-year contract in Sweden, after which he went to Greece. It was there that he became a wrestler. Let's continue. A wrestling promoter saw him performing as a Superman in Greece and took interest in him. He was trained by Khalil Abdul Khalil of Lebanon. Initially, he did not like the brutality in wrestling. However, he later became an acclaimed wrestler and one of the best that Greeks could boast of at that time. When he left Greece, he went back to Britain to compete, and thus he truly started his career as a wrestler. He came back to Africa in 1970, and in the same year he defeated Gambian's Masambula to become the African heavyweight wrestling champion. And the holder he wrestled with and defeated also Baba of Lebanon, Ali Baba. All of you heard about Ali Baba. Power Mike defeated Ali Baba of Lebanon in 1973. Johnny Kwango, oh my God, you know this name, I used to hear you, Johnny Kwango. He uses his head. Alright, Johnny Kwango also became a victim of Power Mike when Power Mike defeated him in Lagos. Among the list of wrestlers that Power Mike defeated were Power Jack, Joseph Kavax, Jude Harris, John Tiger of Canada, and a host of other notable worldwide superstars. Apart from his professional wrestling powers, he was also a promoter of the sport, and the Power Mike International Promotion brought foreign wrestlers like Mil Mascaras, Dick the Bulldog Brower, Buddy Rose, Michael Hayes, Mighty Igor, Mighty Igor, the Mongols, Carlos, Calon, Chris, Michael Opala died on the 11th of March 2004 at the National Hospital, Abuja, after a protracted illness. That is Power Mike. May his soul continue to rest in peace. And he is one of the Biafran finest. He is one of our history that we must know, that we must bear in mind, because every big things, every good things comes out of Biafra land. Unbelievable. This is Radio Biafra SADEC. We are getting into the thing of takes. I ask you a question. Ada Biafra, Waka Waka Chibobi, when did she die and when was she buried? I need the date and the month, as well as when she died and when she was buried. She is the finest journalist in Biafra land, the best. Nobody, I repeat, nobody have ever broken the record of Waka Waka. Quote me, I said so.
This is Radio Biafra SADEC. Johannesburg is where you have, and we are the people of the East. The sun rises from the east, and the wise man came from the east. This is Radio Biafra SADEC. Johannesburg is where you at. We are the people of the East. Get it now, online, on your mobile. This is Radio Biafra SADEC. People of the East. Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
Alright, let's get into it. We are going to open our line just now. And of course, you can call us here because we are live and direct. And the numbers to call on our main line is +27 632 721 255. I repeat, +27 632 721 255. Or you can call us on WhatsApp, +27 7406 78412, +27 740 678 412. Or you can call us on Skype, because People of the East is also on Skype. Call us on Radio Biafra SADEC. Radio Biafra is one word. Don't forget. We will be right back, and we will start right away to start taking your call. So if you know the answer to my question this morning, when did Ada Biafra die, Waka Waka, and when was she buried? I need the date, I need the month. Please, you're going to have to call us online. Don't give me your answer via WhatsApp message. or via Facebook writing. No, you must call. Why do I say so? We want to remain open. We want to remain open. We want everybody to know that what we are doing is transparent. Because if I say that somebody wrote on WhatsApp or somebody wrote on Facebook, oh God, this is how. So what we are going to do is you call us, you tell us your answer. If you're a winner, then you walk away with this mouth-watering offering. Somebody has already won an airtime voucher, and you could be next. We will be back just after this.
The Biafrans don't love themselves. Or somebody will come out tomorrow to tell me that because they give a Fulani man or an Hausa man one shoe to polish, because of that reason, we don't love ourselves anymore. Somebody will come in a village, even somebody you don't know, come to your village, pick you, when you are even in the village, pushing bushmeat, pushing Newi, take you to the city, train you for years, and that during those years you are with him, he's giving you, you are learning how that business is, you are learning the ideas of the business, he's trying to educate you, trying to make you understand, in case if I leave it tomorrow, you can be able to stand on your own. This is what, there's nothing you can give to human being in life than such life. Mazi, all of us pass through a lot, and I thank God for making me an Igbo man. That I passed through it, and this is why I can boast enough that at the end of the day, look at where I find myself today. Because the training we have during the time of our apprentice is a very big education. That it's like when somebody is doing practical, you see everything yourself, you do everything yourself. Sometimes your guy will leave the money for you to count, so that you will know if you can be able to count it well, accurately. He gave you a notebook to write down things you've been selling, how you buy, how we sell. I mean, you pass through all this long protocols, and at the end of the day, a day will come and say, my boy, take this, I bless you, go ahead. I mean, so some of us, after sending off, they will still tell you, come to me, any market you carry, I give you, just go and sell it, take the profit, and bring only the cost price for me. Mazi, have you seen how good our people is? Thank you for shouting this in Ipob, Onurube one now, Onurube one now, and they give us this logo for all of us to hold this Onurube, so that anywhere we see our brother, we can be able to guide them and protect them. Mazi, on the power mic, Nnamdi Kanu back Abobi Hagapota.
Don't worry. One day, Abba Cement ganyo hanya.
Let them go and call the Fulani now. Only by you in the radio.
Thank you very much.
Yes, now if you say you get power, leave Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Mazi, thank you so much for calling us home once again. May God bless you and bless our Nnamdi Kanu.
Bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you very much, my brother, for that. Oh, I cannot stop laughing. Unbelievable. All right, we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra SADEC. We are live. We are direct. Of course, Chukwu Kikabiama Ekekerowa Onye Promi Henile. He is on his throne and he is presiding over the affairs of his people. We definitely must continue. Yes, we must continue. All right. My brother was talking about me, being on air or not being on air. I just want to, say it here, and I want to make it very clear, so that we can understand the reason why, I'm not always on air. The reason why I'm not always on air. You need to understand one thing. I tell you one thing about me. At the moment, I'm a student. I study. I'm still busy with my law degree. almost finishing, almost at my final years. So that takes a big tone of me. It takes a lot out of me. It's a big weight on me. So I need to, make time for my studies as well. And I work also. I mean, like yesterday, I was not on air. I was in court. The whole day I was in court yesterday. And I have a family as well that I take care of. So it is not easy indeed. But in all these things, I try as much as I can to find, time to come and do this noble work. If I have my way, I will do it every day. But any day you don't see me on air, it's not because I am relaxing somewhere, enjoying myself. You don't know. Trust me, it's either I'm at work or I'm busy with my studies. Of course, we are in a very long, we're going to be in a very long semester. It's going to be 2 semesters joined together this year because of the coronavirus. So we'll be doing all our semester modules, combined together, which means I might be doing about 10 modules. Can you believe that, for the whole year? So that's a lot of work as well. But like I said, there is always a way. We must do this work. We must find a way to do this work that Elohim has called us to do. All right, let me get this caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha.
Chineke, good morning.
Good morning from here.
Please go ahead. Where are you calling from? Your names, please.
My name is Mazi, and Ikechukwu, other things. I'm calling from Italy.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Mazi, I have 2 things to talk about this morning.
By all means, go ahead.
The first one is, Mazi, we should look into this matter of Fulani herdsmen, Fulani kidnappers from beneath to Ore. Mazi, that place has become an eyesore. Mazi.
Yes, go ahead.
Somebody that escaped that incident told me that more than 1,000 dead bodies are inside that bush. Mazi, I said it yesterday. If you put 1 million egg in a basket and you are picking the egg one by one, before you know it, the egg will finish. These people, they know what they are doing. They are Fulani security with military uniform and the military doing their own. And the one they call headers or bandits are doing their own this side. Some are doing their own in the north. Before we know what is happening, these people, they will finish us. So I pray, man.
Are you still there? Are you still there, Mazi? All right. I think the network has gone bad. Of course, we must leave it there. But I think I got his point. But I want you to understand one thing, my brother. Yes, what you're saying makes sense. We must look at that area. But we need to first of all protect Biafra land. That is paramount. We need to protect Biafra land. After protecting Biafra land, then of course we can now think of going outside, to look at other areas. Now, when I talk about protecting Biafra land, I'm not saying that that area is not Biafra land, but I'm talking about the inland. We need to protect the inland, and then of course we will now go outside, as you are saying, because we can't go outside yet when there are Fulanis in our bushes. We need to fish them out, we need to smoke them out, and then we can now go outside to the road and see what is happening to the rest. Mazi, I think I have you back. Please finish for me because of finish up for me. I don't know if you get what I said. I said we need to
Yes, I heard you clearly.
All right, go ahead. Finalize for me.
The second one. Yes, the second one that I want to talk about, Mazi, I want every Biafran to go and lead our national anthem. Not only lead it to, when you lead the national anthem and you meditate on it, you will never be yourself again. You will be a changed person.
You have, Mazi, Mazi, you see, you have given me another thought. Tomorrow, I don't normally come on air on Friday, but I will try to be on air tomorrow. Tomorrow competition, anybody who comes up here must sing our national anthem for me from beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end for you to win the prize. So go and study now. Go and study it now. Go ahead, please.
I know it, Mazi.
All right.
So Mazi, when you read it and meditate on it, you will know that national anthem is a child of circumstances, Mazi. And we should not forget that the person that wrote that national anthem is a one Nigerianese, but he did it out of that is last option.
All right, Mazi, thank you. Let's leave it there.
This option.
Let's leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you because of time. Because of time, let's leave it there. Our time is up. I've got so much call holding. Call on Skype, please. Hold on for me. I will come to you now. Call on Skype, but let me take this one. Then I will come to the Skype. Call on WhatsApp, please. Briefly, go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from
My name is Mazi Ikechukwu.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Athens in Greece.
Deo, please go ahead.
Thank you. I want to briefly say thank you to our able men in the ESN who did a great job in Olu. They have not just made our leader proud, but they have made the whole of Biafrans worldwide proud. I'm so happy with the development of things. What I want to point to is about the activities of the herdsmen in Igbo land and Biafra at large. Hello, are you with me?
Yeah, turn off your radio. Turn off your radio, please, or walk away from it. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, the area I want to go to is in Nsukka. I don't know what is happening there, but so far, these Fulanis, they are still very much on ground in Enugu State, especially in Nsukka Axis. A lot of forests there in Nimbo, that is Ibuetiti, in other parts of, in fact, in Nsukka at large. These guys, they are there, they are fully on ground. In fact, if you go to areas like from Nsukka town, down as if where they have boundaries with Kogi State, those areas have completely been taken over by Fulanis, like Ibagwani to be precise, like Ichi. Those places have been taken over by Fulanis. 190% is Fulani that dominates that place with their mobs and everything on ground. So my fear is this: once they are holding ground there, it's easy for them to penetrate every other part of the east because they have a very free hand. They can bring in their weapons, they can plan any attack they want to plan from there. They come, they strike, they run back. So I'm begging, if it's possible, that satellite is beamed to those areas, most areas in Nsukka, especially Nimbo. At least I've been there, I know what is happening in that village, even though I'm not from there. So it will be very important.
All right.
Because Nimbo has a very, very close proximity to Anambra State and every other part of the east.
All right, Mazi, we got that. Thank you very much. Thank you because of our time. Thank you. I think I got your point, and of course, we will look into it. We are doing our best at the moment, and we will continue to do our best. There's so much. That's why we need support. We need support. We must support our men on the ground for them to do more job. Thank you very much. Dewo.
Thank you, Mazi.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
God bless you.
All right. Caller on Skype, if you can hear me, thank you for waiting. Please go ahead. Caller on Skype.
I can hear you. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning from here.
I think I'm so pleased to listen to you this morning, and very, very good education that our people need to hear and know about.
Thank you very much.
Before I continue, I would like to introduce myself. I want to greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I salute you. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I salute you. Good morning, sir, from here. I'm Rabbi Charles speaking from my location. Mazi, it is not only your humble beginning for some of us to know what it is to be a serviceman. For you to be a serviceman, God can start you from any level, depending how Elohim destined you. You can start from a low level have a humble beginning in order to advise people when you get there on top on how to start. Sometimes
Absolutely.
there's somebody start from here, he say, are you giving me this kind of position? I cannot. It's belittling. But you see, most of us started as cleaners and began. You have your plan in your mind. You don't forget. But you start as a cleaner. From cleaning, you can go to another department. From there, you can see how it works. And life goes very easy. And also to commend you, I didn't know you are a very good listener of 77 Okonkwasa. Because
the guy is very funny. Also, each other power mic. Now one day, I must meet the guy that would.
Exactly. Also, when I was on
yes.
Most of the people who are doing gragra in this freedom fighting, it is clear na happen there go and of policy. Cement, political cement.
Absolutely.
You see, so I love this, and a lot of people. I was reading a lot of meaning to what you are saying. I never knew you have the record of Power Mike. You know, but I remember Johnny Kwango. Yes, I remember Ali Baba. I remember the insight that I got was from 77 who compiled that music about Power Mike and the man from the Creek, and the first round, second round, third round, Power Mike changed the whole thing, you know. So these are the things. But I want to use this opportunity. I was listening to the well-known journalist we all know about, Dele Momodu, this morning. I was listening to him, and this man was now telling the truth, telling the world. Say, you just like it's reflected to what you just said. You hated Igbos, you don't trust Igbos, and you want to force them to remain in that contraption. What is going on?
It is called witchcraft. It is called witchcraft.
It is witchcraft. He cited so many things that Igbos are doing. He said, and when I talk of Igbos, we are all Igbos. Biafrans are Igbos. Our leader made mention of it. He said, if you are Izong, if you are Ibibio, you are Igbo. You don't deny your Igbo-ness. He said, look at what they are doing. Go to Computer Village. Go to Alaba Electronics. They are there. There is no place you won't see them. That we can't deny this reality. Most of the time, they blame. He said the problem with Nigeria is tribalism, ethnocentrism. We are looking at these great men and women stipulating our problems. We should emulate, we should learn from these things so that when we get our Biafra, we don't have this tribal issue. Because I hear that some clan is fighting some clan, and this one he said, I am from this. If you listen to me from the time I got into the struggle, you will never know where I come from, and I will never tell you. Why? Because it's not why I am here. I am a Biafran. If you ask me, I am a Biafran. But once we begin to drag all these things, I don't want to see ourselves going, because I believe that Biafra is here. Our leader has achieved this thing with the collective effort. But when we get to this Biafra, are we going to listen? Anyone that missed this interview or broadcast of Dele Momodu, go to his Facebook profile, go to the archive, listen to the recent one this morning. You will hear what this man was saying. You will think, if you close your eyes, maybe the voice is changed. You will think it's our leader talking, or maybe a member of IPOB. He was saying the truth. He was saying the truth. Like he said, Nigeria can be a better place if we remove those things out of Nigeria. He cited Jerry Rawlings of revolutionizing Ghana. That Ghana is what Ghana is today is because of Jerry Rawlings. And not one in Nigeria because of tribal issue, ethnocentrism, and hate. Nigerians hated themselves. Nigeria doesn't like themselves. That is why that country is due to disintegrate, for different nations to go and build their nations. Mazi, Ikechukwu, I don't want to take your time. Let me stop from here, but I want to commend Momodu for what he's doing, and so many others to speak out. because this thing is getting too much.
Thank you, Mazi. Always on point, and I love it, and I welcome that. And that is Rabbi Charles. All right, let's see who else is on the line. Caller on Skype. Can you see me? Most favor.
Good morning from here.
Good morning. I don't know if I'm getting it right.
Yeah, who you morning?
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Machineke. Good morning and good morning to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Most Favor Nibo. I'm here from Unewi province, Biafran land. And I'm calling from Kingdom of Netherlands. Mazi, I must thank you for the good work you're doing for our nation, Biafra. Chukwu Biama will bless you.
And bless you too, man.
And also to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu the Great, Iroko of my own time. Chukwu Biama, who has brought him for this journey, he will keep on to lead him until we get to our destination, which is Biafra. Yes, Mazi, I just want to commend you for the good work once more you're doing and your analysis this morning. You're doing great, and Chukwu Biama will, his blessing will continue to be upon you. And every genuine IPOB members that are working assiduously, God Almighty, Chukwu Biama will bless us. Mazi, please permit me as a national PRO of Netherlands, just permit me to make announcement concerning all the Biafran or concerning the Zoom meeting we'll be having on the coming days, on 30th of this month. All the IPOB living here in Netherlands and all the Biafrans in general that are living here in Netherlands, or even friends of Biafran also, they are in wider Europe. I just want to urge you guys and beg you guys, you all to be part of our Zoom meeting for ESN support. Please join this meeting. This is a fight for all, and it's a fight to finish. So we cannot leave it for our leaders, our leader alone, and we cannot leave it for ESN alone. We are in the comfort of our home right now, but some people are in the bush protecting our mothers. For that reason, we must join them. We must be part of this meeting. We must be part of this very struggle by supporting our men. So to join this Zoom meeting, please, you can reach our principal officer, our national coordinator here. You can reach him on this phone, so we can send you the password of which you can use to join the meeting. Yes, you can reach our principal officer here with this number 06 84 86 04 31. I repeat, 06 84 86 04 31. You can also reach another officer with this number 06 49 28 20 75. This meeting will be taking place on 30th of this month in a Zoom. Please, and it's 5 p.m. Please, I urge everyone to be part of this meeting. Maybe my subsequent publicity, I will try to see whether I can give her the password to log into their meeting direct from your location. If you find it difficult, contacting any of the following number again, so we can also make the password and login detail of that meeting in public, so everyone will not have any reason not to join and support what we are doing. Is there support for ESN? Any amount is no amount is too small. With all, with all of us together, we can do better and we can do great. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the time. Chukwuabiama bless you.
Bless you too, Mazi. Thank you very much. And of course, he is most favored honorable. He is one of us. Of course, I came to know this young man in 2017 when we started. He was still at home at Ozobola Nabo. Those days, he would call on the radio. I was so amazed with his knowledge. I was so amazed. I must tell you, when he speaks wisdom. And of course, now he is in the Netherlands. And this is how we are scattered all around the world as Biafrans. But of course, Elohim will bring us back to the land of the rising sun. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi Ikechukwu.
Please go ahead.
Good morning. I listened to your wonderful broadcast this morning. But Mazi Ikechukwu, permit me to digress a little.
By all means.
I will digress a little, please.
By all means.
Yeah. I'm just saying a view in the sense of, please try to organize a program one day. Try to organize a program calling on Biafran journalists, writers, book writers, because I see what is happening in Biafran land now. The act of saboteuring is like a very serious business in Biafran land. And why all these things is happening seriously now is because no special attention has been given to these saboteurs right from 1967. Those who did that went away scot-free. And when Okeke see that Okafor didn't and was successful, Okeke would want to do it. And we Igbos, we are very much successful in everything we do. When we do a good one and put stress in it, we succeed, we do it excellently. And the bad one, we are even better than doing the bad one. So what I'm saying that let the names of these saboteurs, if the Biafran writers, book writers, can start composing their names with books, I'm telling you that even the family of Judas Iscariot will be better than the generations of these saboteurs when Ipob is done with them. I don't think anybody else will.
Yes, I think you're making sense. It's a good suggestion, and of course we have to look into that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I think he is making a good point, and believe you me, we are going to do something about that.
Before you, proud to be a servant of such a heroic people. Today I stand before you to proclaim that our heroic youth in the various fronts have turned the tide of this war. They have smashed all enemy offensives directed at our destruction. In the air they have destroyed systematically the sinews of Nigeria's military might. The Biafran Air Force, small as it is, has stopped the entire oil flow of Nigeria from the mainland west. All protestations to the contrary by the British Broadcasting Corporation and Harold Wilson are mere wishful thinking. Our gallant boys are men tempered of steel. They have wrested the initiative from the Gawan enemy, and the Nigerian hordes are in trepidation and on the point of rout. The confusion of the enemy in the battlefields is only matched by the confusion in his home. Fight on, brave boys, fight on. Heroes of our fatherland, pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion. March on, young men.
This is Radio Biafra SADEC. Johannesburg is where you at, and we are the people of the East.
Alright, Yes, indeed, we are the people of the East. Thank you for holding. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you for holding. Mazi, please go ahead.
Mazi Ikechukwu, good morning. My name is Simon and I'm calling from Maria Spain.
Thank you very much and thank you for
well
holding.
Done,
please go ahead.
Well done. I just, this program, sometimes if you want to leave it, you cannot. Even though you are still doing something up to night. I beg, hold on 1 minute. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I was listening earlier when you were talking about how from a gate man he become a bodyguard, that kind of thing. Sometimes when you talk some part of your history in life, something happened to me. We are children of the Most High. Anywhere we are, we are light. The people have eye, they want to embed. I've been in such situations like that in Austria. From common, just like a helper, I become the number 2 of that department. The first black man to own the department and have such post. It was through help of the bomb police guy. He is the one that employed me, that saw my potential there. We Biafrans, it's like when we that is a call to, they see us, they don't even know what we are made of, So, but when we are outside, we are light. So, like what I'm saying is, Biafrans back home and Biafrans all over the world. I'm calling every one of you. Let me go straight to the Amsterdam because that was it was the last place I lived before I moved to this place, because when I decided what I will do to this struggle as a duty of mine, I choose a comfortable place where to be okay for me. So I'm calling our people in Burma. I'm calling Ndo Dolo. I'm calling Ndo Maka. Biafrans, Southeast, old Eastern region that we're living in, that Amsterdam, Burma area and all the whole area. We are calling upon you, IPOB family, will raise a fund to support ESN. I think they say they're gonna have a Zoom meeting. These days you don't go anywhere. These days you stay at home. If it is when things roll out free like others, before I will be there, to promote there, because I see have people there. I see have my people there, and I also want to use these people, my people, the cardinals in Amsterdam. Please, I'm seeing one of you guys. We are seeing one. Please come out and support what IPOB is doing. It is time now. It is time. Come out, support, look for our coordinator and the IPOB officials there. Just support them. You are not doing it, you are doing it for that person there. You are doing it for the nation, for Biafra. Like as I always tell you people there. So, and our people are many there in Amsterdam, but especially that Burma area. So Biafra is for every one of us. So come out and support. Chukwu Kikabiyama will bless every one of you.
Thank you very much.
And Mazi Ikechukwu, I'll call you later after the program so we can discuss.
No problem.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, brother.
Biafra, sign off from here. My name is Simon and I'm calling from Mamberia.
Thank you very much, my brother. Of course, we welcome that. We must continue with this to Radio Biafra SADEC. We are the people of the East, and we are coming to the end of today's program. Trying to round up. I don't know. Let me see if I have somebody on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha.
There we go. Please go ahead.
God bless you. God bless you, my lovely brother.
Bless you too.
Let me quickly introduce myself because of your time. Please, my name is good morning, good afternoon, good night. My name, according to your time zone, my name is Ikechukwu Ebo. I'm from Mbano. Mbano is in Imo. Imo is in Eastern Biafra. I'm living here in Spain, Madrid, and I am the deputy coordinator of Zone 5, one of the formidable zone in San Cristobal, Los Angeles. Mazi, I'm not in a good mood to say something now, but one of my reasons of coming on the air this morning is because of our brother Rabbi Charles. Please, I am using this opportunity to beg all the whole broadcast, including Ike Peters. I know Ike Peters is hearing me as well. Mazi Ikechukwu, Onuoha, please don't misconcept me, not you in particular, please. I'm not saying because of you, but I'm saying because of others. Please, all the whole our broadcasting, our broadcasters, please, whenever our Rabbi Charles come on air, you people should give him that priority, because we are here to learn. Radio Biafra is literary. Literary means how to read, learn how to read and write. Because whenever Rabbi Charles is on the stage, is on air, he always motivates us. He makes us to be proud. He makes us to know who we, just like as you are now. Because whenever you're on air, you motivate our hearts. We learn so much from you. Please, that is why I am begging, pleading on my knees before every broadcast. Whenever Rabbi Charles come on the air, you people should allow him to download everything, to educate us very, very well. Because that man we have not gotten his type. As far as this Biafra is concerned, we have never gotten his type. It's a gift from us, just like Nnamdi, our leader. Please, people should allow him. Let him say everything he wants to say. I don't want anybody to push him and start telling. Not you, sir. I'm not saying that the one.
No, I hear what you're saying, Mazi. But you know the problem is this: it is not going to be that easy unless the broadcaster in particular invite him as a special guest. That is when you understand he will get such opportunity to speak at length. But if it's just like other callers, remember here we keep everything even. Everybody is equal. We are all equal here, so we give everybody the same opportunity. But like I said, we can, invite him now and then as a guest speaker, and when you do that, it will afford him more time to speak. But now, when he calls as a normal caller, you cannot give him, too much time than the other people. It will become unfair. People will begin to think that you are doing what, nepotism or, being unreasonable. So we need to be careful how we handle such things. So Rabbi Charles, like you say, can be invited by any of the broadcasters as one of his guests, and then give him adequate opportunity to download, like you put it, whatever he has to tell our people. That is the only way to go about it. But when he calls, I don't think anybody will give him more time than the others, due to the fact that people will not understand. You know how people understand things, then it will appear like you give this one an ample chance, you don't give this one, people will not like it. So yeah, we need to be careful with these things. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, you are making sense, my lovely brother. But I will advise you, sir. Anytime you want to be on air, please, why can't you make him as one of your guests as well? Because I am telling you the gospel.
Why not? There is no reason. Mazi, your time is up now. Remember when you came up, you know that I'm going. Your time is up. I'm just trying to answer, your request, which I don't have a problem with, but not the way you say it, and you cannot impose that on the broadcasters. They might not also like that. But like I said, the only way to go about it is when you want that person to speak at length, you invite them as your guest speaker, and they will have all the time in this world to speak. All right, sir. Thank you very much for that suggestion. We welcome it.
Okay, thank you very much. Please always let him come on air and educate us and motivate our spirit. Please, we love Rabbi Charles so much. Please, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, and we welcome that. And of course, if anybody has any talent in the struggle, we allow them to display it. We give them the opportunity to display it because it's the right thing to do. We need every, talent that we can get in this struggle. Like I said, in my previous broadcast, I said, you play your position, I play my position. We all have different, gifts, and we must contribute all those gifts, and, in this struggle, then so that we can achieve our end goal, which is Biafra. So yeah, we will, of course, consider our brother's suggestion. And then I don't see why not. All right, we must continue with this radio Biafra. There I go saying Middle East. All right, our time is almost up, people. But let me give our brother a call. I think I'm going to take 2 calls and then we'll leave it there. Caller on Skype. Can you hear me? Caller on Skype. Mazi, okay, foreign. Can you hear me?
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Go ahead. Can you hear me? All right. Hold on. Caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, please. Hold on. I will come to you now. Caller on Skype. Oh, my goodness me. What is going on? Let me turn off this. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm loud and clear, my brother. Good morning from Poland.
All right. Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, and I hear from Omark in all the province of Biafra land. We appreciate our leader Mazi Nnamdi, commanders, memory zoo, and all the lieutenants, every hardcore Biafra, fanatical Biafrans, men of valor all over the world. We appreciate all of you. Mazi, we thank Ikechukwu that today Olo is quiet. Normalcy has returned in Olo. We appreciate that, and we appreciate every hardcore Biafrans, and we appreciate our people who have done the needful all over the world. Mazi, there's not too much talking in evening gospel. Let me announce our radio in Item and Bend. Our radio is on in Item and Bend on 102.1. That area has been covered. And Nsuka is on, but we are upgrading. It's on now, 102.1. But before the end of the day, we'll see it will get to Enugu, Ezik and Co.
Excellent.
It will come back tonight again. Mazi, I have to leave you because I know your time is off.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Well, thank you very much for that. We welcome that. All right. My goodness me. Everybody's calling, but let's see what we can do before we go. Caller on WhatsApp. I'm back to you again. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi Ikechukwu. My name is Mazi Austin Okonkwo. I'm from Oberu in Olu.
Please go ahead.
God bless you. Coming to our brother who talked about Rabbi Charles. Yes. I think he's absolutely right because, I've been following Rabbi Charles and he is a man. When I say a man is a man is he know how to put his senses into words. And, what he said, Rabbi Charles, because a lot of people have been admiring your words and your intelligence towards this struggle. I will say if you can open up your own forum like Facebook, like all of us were broadcasters, it will help us more because when Rabbi Charles comes on the community radio, he don't have that much chance to teach us what God or Elohim is showing him. So I will advise that if Rabbi Charles can also have his own forum. Sometimes, not that I'm forcing him to come out, but because I love him so much and he is a man that is filled with inspirational words. So I will advise him to come up with the Facebook so that all of us can follow him and sometimes also on community radio. This is my suggestion, Mazi. God bless you.
Thank you very much. And that is also a good suggestion. So of course Rabbi Charles is listening to your suggestion, and of course he knows which is which and which one works for him. All right, my God, I'm so much call, I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, Pastor Jack, can you hear me? Pastor Jack,
I can hear you.
I even forgotten that you are there. I forgot. My brother, I'm having, listen to this. I'm having 2 WhatsApp here. You, this one, and then there's a person holding on Skype. So at the end of the day, Ishimu, please go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much. Good morning, dear friends and lovers of freedom. My name is Pastor Jack. I think about the question you answered our brother, I think is a very clear and sustained question.
Yes, because Pastor Jack, because the thing is this. There are so many people who believe that they can talk also, and they need time and they need chance, like you also, Pastor Jack, you also want time to talk at length. Pastor Chris also wants time to talk. Do you understand? So I'm trying to be careful here. so that we don't fall into the temptation whereby we give people more time than the others, and then of course it will become an issue. So the only way to go around it, you know, they will give you this advice, give him time, and when you give him time, tomorrow they will turn around and say, but why are you giving this man more time than other people? This is not fair. You know. So I know better. I've worked with our people for years, and I know them better. So if I want Pastor Rabbi Charles to talk more, what I will do is I will invite him as my guest, and when I invite him as my guest, he can talk at length. That is the only way to do it, but not when he call as a caller. I have to keep it equal, you know, the way it is. Please go ahead.
That is just the best question. What he just answered is just the best answer. There's no two ways about it. So whenever I come as a guest, he can talk to any length he wants to. So that is just the best option.
And I'm going to do that. I'm going to invite him because I did not know Rabbi Charles today. I've been working with him even while I was in Middle East. You know, so it's not like somebody I don't know. I know what he's capable of. I know what he can do. So I don't have a problem inviting him. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Okay, this morning I was just watching the video our leader just posted this morning. Our ESN. I was just tears started dropping from my eyes. I said, look at our men, our boys. They're in the bushes in our forest, guiding our land, our mothers and our fathers. And most people do not understand what we are going into. You see, some of us are paying one sacrifice or the other. But you see men voluntarily, joyful being in the forest to protect the land. And some of you are here talking about politics 2023 and 2021. You people do not understand. If ESN have not come to be by now, you don't know where we have been. Most of you only want to continue to serve. Even though you sell away your destiny and your land, you sell the entire Biafra land because of politics, you do not care. But when I see our men in the bush, see the joy, not that we are paying them, but it can attack. If somebody in the zoo army is not happy and comfortable with the little stipend they are giving you with everything, how much more men that volunteer themselves? Why can't we support this Eastern Security Network? That is why I'm happy with the World Igbo Congress. Unlike the criminals over here, unlike those politicians here. If not for the emergence of ESN, my goodness me, where are we going to be by now? Do you hear all those wanton killings everywhere? Now they have killed somebody, they remove her breast, they cut off his head. Have you seen 20 people parading with AK-47 again inside Anambra? The one that Nnamdi saw and he couldn't help himself but say anything again. Have you seen the rape of our mother and our sisters carelessly? And if you watch several videos, at least there was a video released yesterday where our men were chasing them, where they went to lump themselves to be that their thatch houses or what is it being called? Our men say, go to the city and live where other strangers are living, or even though you are living with the indigenous, but go to the city and pay your rent, just like other people. When we go to the north, we pay rent. I schooled in the national. You never went to the bush to build a hut or whatsoever to stay there. All the way from Zoo Road. From Zoo Road, we went to Sabongeri. All these areas, we have to pay and live inside town. Ibo Road by Go Coast. We never live inside the bush. And almost all in Sabongeri, at least, greater percentage of the buildings in Sabongeri were owned by our people. So we develop where we go and make it livable, habitable.
All right.
We bring light anywhere we go. So we therefore our leader and ESN for this single sacrifice they are giving unto us. God bless them, and we shall support you.
He said, thank you very much, Mazi. There will. Of course, it is the right thing to do. Support our ESN. Support our men on the ground. It is the right thing to do. All right, I think this is the second to the last caller before we leave. Caller on Skype, can you hear me? Mazi Ndikom, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Ikechukwu.
Please go ahead.
Thank you for having me. May Elohim bless you and also guide you, give you more grace to continue serving our motherland. Indeed, my name is Raf Udodilendikum. I came from Onuoha in Olo province, Biafra land, but I live and serve the indigenous of Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, greeting from Moscow. Indeed, Mazi, one of the reasons I call is the voice of our internal leader, Dim Ikechukwu voice. Really, the voice that's what we want to be hearing at this time, because we are at war. Some people who are saying that they don't want to war, they don't know that we are already in the war. That is we already engage the enemy in the battlefield. But some people that are kind of don't know what is happening. So we need such voice, such motivating audio from our leader. And also from our spirit leader Mazi and Kanu also. Those words, that motivating words is what we need at this time around. This is not the time to be playing Christian song. Christian song is to make you to reflect and to be sober. This time we don't need to be sober. We need to be aggressive. We need to be radical. We need to first know that the enemy is at our backyard. So we need our eyes supposed to be open. And for that thing to happen, we need motivating songs and also all previous audios from our hero and the leader, Ikechukwu. You see how he was praising the boys after the cut off the oil supply of Nigerian criminals that are sucking our oil. So that is the word he used there really show that. That is anybody that had it in the battlefield. That is, if your strength is 1 point, that is 50%, it will increase it to 100. So that's what our men, and that is both was in the bush and the was at home. Those the type of motivating words that we need at this time. So before I drop, I want to announce our meeting that is coming forth on this coming Sunday on the 31st of this month. Here in Moscow and and also in Chelyabinsk and also St. Petersburg. If you are living in Chelyabinsk or you live in St. Petersburg, you need to join our families there in our end of the month meeting. Here in Moscow, our meeting will be in La Cabana restaurant club that is located at Ulisa Mikulana Maklaya, number 11B. So everybody that is here in Moscow know the venue is a very popular place. So if you are in Moscow, please try to join us this coming Sunday. And the meeting will be starting by 4 o'clock in the evening. So please, you try and join us. And also, moreover, that day we're also going to make a contribution for that is to support our ESN security network. We really need to support, because as we are here in Russia, having life 24 hours and also having running water and also living in our comfort zones and comfort flats, our people, our men and women are inside bush protecting our motherland, and it's our duty, because Mazi care for his neck. So we that are in diaspora, it's our duty also to make sure that we put hand into our pocket. And when many people that is they don't want to spend anything in that is concerning this Biafra struggle. They only talk, more talking, criticizing, finding fault. So this time is no more time of finding fault. It's time now to everybody to put his hand in his pocket and make sure that he support this great struggle, because it is for all of us. So if you are in Moscow, maybe you don't know this thing, you can contact me by this number, +7 960 733 2223 +7 960 733 2223. Mazi Ikechukwu, thank you for having me. I'm signing off from here, Moscow, Russia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. And welcome. Let's go to the last caller on the line so we can call. Caller on WhatsApp. You are the last caller. Please go ahead. Caller on WhatsApp.
Mazi, good morning, Mazi. My name is Kelechi. I'm calling from Lagos.
Please go ahead, Mazi.
Mazi, I'm happy reaching you today because in with tagging a call now, or the kind with American visa.
Wow.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much
for your program. See, Mazi, there's just a video that I saw in online, and I was not very comfortable with that video. Our brothers showing where they are in the forest. I know that many of our people want proof. They want to see say men day. They want to see that something is happening. But to me, I'm not very, very comfortable because the zoo, they are just exposing their environment to the zoo. But I don't know. Please, the person that take that video, next time, I think it will be better we share it in our platform, not pushing it on social media, because in the zoo, I told you to Korobia, but at least, Mazi, I don't know if you understand what I mean. So
yes,
that's just my little fear. And that's just my little fear, because we need to prepare very well to face these people, because the people look at just the let me say protests that happen in. Look at what happened in Oru. They are sending a helicopter. They are sending a jet bomber, but they cannot send jet bomber in Medugri. They can't send a helicopter in Medugri. But look at the way they are flying their helicopter. Now Nigerian military and government know that they have they have a jet, they have a helicopter to fly overhead. So, and this is why we are calling on our people, especially those who live in the diaspora. We need something to bring down those helicopters. As soon as it go up, it will come down. I watched so many rocket medicine that is being fired to Israel, down with that number. None of them gets in. They bring them down. So we need such rockets to bring this agenda with this the zoo that cannot face the terrorists in the north. They are coming to bomb innocent people. We need those things to bring the helicopter down. As soon as the helicopter fly up, we bring it down. By the time we bring 2, 3, 4 down, those who have their father or their husband or their sons and daughters are pilot, we begin to think. Because these people, they don't mean well for us. And what all these things they are doing, they are just trying to see if there's any way they can manage the zoo until 2023. Let them look for one foolish Igbo man and hand it over to him. That is what they are looking for. And we will not go allow that to happen, Mazi, because if that happens, that's a suicide journey. That's a suicide. Because this people, look at what the Fulanis are doing. Imagine what Igbo man will do to us when he become a president. When he become a president of this country. Mazi, God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mazi, and God bless you too. Of course, he has spoken very well, eloquently well for that matter. And of course, this is where we will leave it. This is where we will bring this program to an end. But before we go, we have a winner for today's quiz. Of course, I'm just going to give you the last number of his number. And of course, later on tomorrow, we will give you the full names after we might have given him his prize. The number that won is 12119. That is the five last numbers of his cell phone. 12119. 12119. Of course, if you are hearing me and this is you, we will reach you very shortly so that you can get your numbers. All right, it is Radio Biafra SADEC, and I thank you all for listening. I thank you for your contribution. Of course, we will be back again tomorrow, God sparing us. I don't normally come on Friday, but I will try tomorrow by His grace to be here live and direct here on this platform. Well, first of all, I want to say, may Elohim bless you all. May God continue to protect and shower His blessing upon Biafrans all around the world. May God bless our men and women on the ground, those who are keeping Biafra land. I'm talking about none other than the keeper of Biafra land. Elohim will continue to bless them. And of course, if you know what you have to support our men on the ground, please don't hesitate. Do not hesitate. And of course, ensure that you give your support to our men, the ESN. They need your support. Very, very important. All right, my name is Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha once again, and of course from me from here it is good afternoon, and of course I will see you soon. And I say, may God bless Biafra, may God bless the land of the rising sun. We all shall see Biafra together. Goodbye and remain blessed.